I'm Hunterx. In today's episode, we automate the production of plastic. Okay, so we're gonna need to set up a few more things from Pneumaticraft. One of those being the thermal pneumatic processing plant to go ahead and get plastic. But before we even do that, we're gonna need to go ahead and set up the plastic first, which is gonna require us to get LPG, which is gonna require us to go ahead and make the thermal pneumatic processing plant, which is gonna require gasoline, which I luckily in between episodes got a cow that was running around over here with gasoline. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that, milk him, get creative gasoline, and then get that set up. While we're waiting for our cow to go ahead and produce gasoline, let's go ahead and make the thermopneumatic processing plant, which is gonna require a few things. We're gonna need some of this compressed iron, some air tubes, and then some glass and some redstone. And then once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and put that down, and we're gonna take some gasoline and then process that into LPG, which is gonna allow us to go ahead and make the plastic that we need to go ahead and move forward. So let's go ahead and put down 2 of these. Do we have the glass in our inventory? We do not. Again, we'll need at least like 2 of these bad boys. So 1 and 2. And then once we do this, let's go ahead and set this up. Ooh, I'm gonna do this. I don't like how it's releasing air, but there we go. Go ahead and put the security upgrades in 1 and 2 over here. And then again, we have to wait for this cow up here to go ahead and, you know, give us the gasoline that we need to go ahead and fill those up. And just like this, we now have a bucket of gasoline. Oh no, it turned into fuel from Galacticraft. That is not ideal. I don't think this is gonna work the way I want it to, but I'm gonna give it a try anyway, just to be sure, but I don't think it's gonna work the way I want it to. Let's go ahead and put the fuel in here like so, and then give it a nice little click with the crescent hammer. The auto output is indeed working, but the problem now is I don't think we have enough heat in the thermopneumatic plant here to go ahead and get this working, which means we're gonna need a vortex tube here, because that's gonna get us heat inside of the thermopneumatic plant. And just like that, let's go ahead and make that. We're gonna need some air tubes. I don't have enough of the compressed iron. That's fine. I thought I had some air tubes. I do. I just do not have enough of that compressed iron. That vacuum thingy majigger, this guy is gonna be really good for us, because that's gonna allow us to basically generate heat. Boom, just like that, we now have the vortex tube, which means we're gonna have to do a little bit of reconfiguring with our setup over there, unfortunately, because, well, these gotta go in the back of it. Actually, you know what? I might have to move this forward, actually, because if I remember correctly, we also need the heat sink as well. Right, yeah, we need the heat sink to also help this guy heat up as well. Okay, so the heat sink is actually relatively straightforward. Again, some iron bars, and then a piece of gold with 2 of the compressed iron, and there is your heat sink. Now I think I did indeed creative the vortex tubes. Perfect. Let's go ahead and do that. Get 2 heat sinks, and then we're gonna have to move this guy. So break these 2 pipes like so, break these 2 things like so. This is gonna be a little bit more tricky to pick up. I believe I can pick it up with my crescent hammer. You can. Lovely. So I guess what we'll do is we'll face them this way. So let's go ahead and put the vortex tubes down. I believe the cold side goes forward. Actually, no, the hot side goes forward. So there we go. Vortex tube, vortex tube. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna leave a block gap in between the 2, and then we're gonna go ahead and place down the 2 thermal processing plants like so. And I guess what we could do if we wanted to is we could, in theory, go ahead and put the pressure tubes in the middle here like this, and that would technically work. Why isn't it not? Oh, I see. That is a problem that I didn't think of. Why are these sided? I don't like that. That means I'm gonna have to do some jank solution, I guess. I guess this will work for now. And what we'll do is we'll do something like this, and then we'll fly underneath this area here and place the tubes connecting like this, and then run it like this. And then that should in theory be fine. It's gonna fill these up, and it's gonna also heat them up, which is really good. So these should start to heat up now. Perfect. And I don't think this version has a thermal lagging or whatever it's called. I don't think this version has that particular feature. So what we could do is we could use blocks to go ahead and cover these and make it more like heat efficient or whatever. But we could also make it more heat efficient with the heat sinks on the cold side of the vortex tubes. Also, it would help if you place them right. So place them like so. so. And that's gonna, you know, make the vortex tubes a little bit more efficient. And then all I gotta do is, what I might do actually is place this on the side instead, and then take the ender fluid conduits and run them underneath like so. And then that should be fine. And then you're gonna come down here and go underneath like so. I can't click it from there, unfortunately. And I can't just click the conduit. Why is that a thing? Guess we're gonna block down with the compressed iron. That is very strange. That's like transferring heat for some reason. There we go. And extract always active. Yes, perfect. And then that should take the gasoline from, oh my god, I just realized I put it in the wrong thing. Fair enough. Whoopsie. That's my bad. That's supposed to be coming from over here into here. So go ahead and do that. And then you're gonna go and always active. There you go. Perfect. And then you're now making LPG. And I guess all I gotta really do is put another creative tank like right here. And then that should be more than fine, more than sufficient, right? So you and then extract always active into here. That doesn't work for some reason. So will it go in the top? It will. Perfect. And then you're gonna come out this way and come down, and you're gonna get that. Oh, it looks like you only extract from the bottom. Okay, fair enough. So you're gonna get your LPG now, and then you're gonna need some of this coal, and that's gonna make us what we need for the, I want to say plastic, right? We're trying to make plastic. This whole time we've just been trying to make plastic. So you're gonna get the drawer here like so, with the coal and the creative upgrade like so, and you're gonna get some item conduits, and then you're also going to get the coal in the thing to make the plastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this to always active, and then insert on items. I guess we can do insert like that, and we're gonna start making some plastic. I don't know why. Oh, this is set to always active. There we go. Perfect. Now we have infinite of the plastic. I guess the best way to do this is probably to run it underneath like I did for this guy. So let's grab the ender fluid conduit and run it this way. I guess we're gonna, okay, we don't have pick block either. Dear god. 1.7. I guess GT&H adds all these features that's just like, well, they're not in normal 1.7 packs, and it's just like very weird, I feel. There we go. And now we have infinite plastic. Now this plastic is gonna go into making all the different plastic types. So we're gonna need the plastic mixer next. So the mixer for the plastic Renos, so this guy right here, is just gonna require some glass and some, wait, was that compressed glass? No, any type of glass. Okay, so glass and then some of this, whatchamacallit, not that, I just messed up. And the plastic mixer is a get. There we go. And then all we gotta do, I don't think this needs anything, right? I want to say, just to be sure, I don't think this needs any sort of pressure or anything. I'm just gonna put it back here and just pray for the best, honestly. There we go. I don't think it needs anything crazy. And let me just make sure that you're good to go. Perfect. Go ahead and slap a bucket of plastic on the creative tank like so, and then make it output into the plastic mixer. Now we are gonna need some dyes. So I guess what we can do is grab ourselves all the different dye colors. So we're gonna need like poppy, lapis. I believe I can put lapis in there. I can double check that really quickly by taking some lapis and then putting it in here. I believe I can put lapis in here. I indeed can put lapis in there. Perfect. We're gonna need rose red and cactus green. Also, do not forget to go ahead and put the coal into your air compressors automatically. I totally forgot to automate this on accident. So there you go. There's your coal, and extract always active. And then make sure that this is set to insert on all of these, so that way, you know, they can get their coal when needed. Also, I guess we're probably gonna want to also turn on round robin mode. They all get the same amount of coal. I did try and make the dyes. We do have the rose red, we do have the blue. Also keep in mind, cactus green can be made in multiple ways. So we can take the lapis and mix it with a dandelion yellow dye, and that's gonna go ahead and make us the beautiful cactus green that we need here. And then of course, as always, make sure to go ahead and fill this up. Now this is gonna be a little weird, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and put this over here instead. So something like this will work. Ooh, that's gonna be in the way. So I guess what we could do is we can set something up like this. So drawer, drawer, and drawer. So red, blue, and green like so, and make sure that they all get creative like so. And the same thing again, just put it on all the drawers like so, and extract always active, extract always active on this guy and on this guy as well. And then come over here and make sure that you're set insert, and that's going to insert all the dyes, which is now going to allow us to go ahead and do some stuff. We had to pick the plastic color that we want. So like, for example, like black, which is the one that we need to go ahead and make the next step of today's video, which is the steel casing from Mekanism. Alrighty, so the next step is going to go ahead and make the steel casing. It's going to need these reinforced machine frames, the black plastic, and 4 steel. This is the first time that we're actually going to be using the pressure chamber, which has me a bit nervous. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves some more plastic from up here. Let's grab ourselves the reinforced machine frames, and of course a few chests as well. And we're gonna go ahead and put this guy here and here, and then we're gonna go ahead and take our item conduit like so and so. We are gonna want to go ahead and set a filter for this guy. So for example, we're gonna set it to pressure tubes, so that way it doesn't go ahead and try and yoink the items out of the thingy-mabobber. Let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. And then you're gonna go ahead and extract always active and insert into this guy like so. And then we're gonna go ahead and take ourselves 4 steel, the 1 machine frame, and 1 black plastic, and that's gonna go ahead and pop in there. I don't know why this has not that much pressure. You know what, we could also probably indeed make some speed upgrades if we need to go ahead and get more pressure into this bad boy. But let's go ahead and drop those guys in there like so, and it should, given enough pressure, we need just about 3 bars of pressure, and we only have 2 bars, so which is not good. And I don't know why we're not going up in pressure. That isn't ideal. So I have a theory why we're stuck at 1.6 bars or 1.8 bars. I bet it's because of these vortex tubes and these thermopneumatic plants. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up this to a separate pressure system than this and see if that fixes our pressure problem. I now have switched out and separated the 2 systems. So now these are separated from this guy over here, and I think that actually did work because I can see this number going up now, which is pretty good. The only thing I might want to consider though is making some speed upgrades. Now making speed upgrades are going to require a bucket of lubricant, which we can get lubricant from the pneumatic plant from diesel, which you know, I don't know if we even have diesel, but it's worth coming up here and checking to see if we have any cows of diesel. We don't have diesel, but we have hot crude, which gets us hot crude. I don't know what hot crude could be used for. Dude, I hate this. It doesn't allow me to see what I can use it for. I don't think I can put this in the thermopneumatic press thingy-majigger, but I mean, I can give it a shot. I don't think it's gonna let me though. So disconnecting this system from this system actually did help a lot, which is pretty good. And it seems like it did work, which now we have the steel casing, I think. I think it's just sitting inside of here, right? I don't see it anymore, so that's not ideal. Let me take this out for a second. Is it not in there? Oh no, did the items despawn? I think the items actually despawned. That is a skill issue in a half. So just so y'all know, do not let it sit for too long because items do despawn in the pressure chamber. It isn't like Minecraft 1.12.2 where items do not despawn. They actually do despawn in this, so make sure that if you're going to use this, it's close to the pressure that you need. I just noticed something. This is the wrong frame. We need the reinforced frame, which is going to require signalum gears, this pulsating crystal, a hardened one, and a shiny ingot. I could have sworn I thought we made the max tiered frames, but I guess we didn't. So we're going to need to go ahead and make a signalum gear. Now, signalum gears are going to need the metal press, which we have. Pulsating crystal, though, we might not have. Ender gems, which we can do. Okay, so yeah, we can totally do that. We're just gonna need some more of that pulsating iron. We're gonna need those ender gems. I think we have ender gems. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just ender pearls and diamonds, right, for the ender gem? Yeah, it's just diamond and 4 ender pearls. So that's actually relatively simple and cheap to make. So let's go to make a quick and dirty ender diamond. There is our ender diamond like so. And now we should be pretty much good to go. I am gonna have to make that whatchamacallit thing again here, the pulsating crystal. So I don't think we have that. So pulsating crystal, beautiful. That's now done. And we're just gonna need one of the frames that we have now, and then we just take that upstairs with, I want to say, God, what do we take this upstairs with? The signal gear, 4 shiny ingots. Right, okay, let me get 4 shiny ingots. Shiny ingots are going to be this guy here, so 4 of those, and then the hardened case, which I'm pretty sure we have, and then we're going to need 4 signalum ingots to go ahead and toss into the metal press down here. And I think I accidentally put away my casing thing here, so we got one of those quickly. And then let's go ahead and make the signalum gear. I believe it's this way it's facing. Now we take the 4 items that we just grabbed, so the 4 shiny ingots, the signalum gear, the pulsating crystal thingy, and the machine frame, and we're going to upgrade it to the reinforced machine frame. Now that we have the right item, we should be able to go ahead and take that. Oh my god, I almost messed up. I almost forgot to creative this thing. That would have been not so great, to be honest. So let's go ahead and make sure that we creative this bad boy. Okay, now we should be able to go ahead and take the 4 steel, the reinforced frame, and the black plastic and shove it inside of here, and hopefully get back out the steel machine casing, which is going to allow us to do mechanism. I'm really hoping that will be the case, but yeah, we shall find out. We shall find out. We are at max pressure, by the way, as well. There goes the black plastic. Nice. And it's going to go ahead and shoot in the steel really quickly. I do want to see if it's going to do the thing. I think I messed it up again. Couldn't drop those in there. That should be fine. And let's find out. So it does lose pressure when the drawer does open. Perfect. There is the thing that we're looking for, which is the steel machine casing. Lovely jubbly. Give me that bad boy, so that way we can go ahead and start our mechanism progression. It wants us to go ahead and make the basic stuff next. So the basic universal cables and the basic mechanical pipes, pressure tubes, the control logistics thingy-majobbers, and the thermodynamics ones. We are going to need, I believe, yeah, our first metallurgic infuser. So I guess that's where we're going to go next. So the metallurgic infuser is going to require some osmium. Oh, we're going to need transistors, which means compressed iron, some redstone alloy, which I believe we have, and some cyan plastic. Cyan plastic, not a problem. Just come over here and slap jap this guy like so. And now we have cyan plastic just like that. Not a problem at all. Okay, so we're going to need a few things. We're going to need transistors and a few other things as well. Let's go ahead and plop that in a creative drawer like so. Give me a stack of that bad boy and give me some redstone alloy. So some of this. And what was the last thing I wanted here for the transistor? Right, compressed iron, which we should already have in our inventory. Maybe not. Maybe I compress it back all down. There we go. Take this and shove it into the pressure chamber, and it should give us what we're looking for here. Let's go ahead and make sure that we tell you to do that. So it wants me to do one of each. So one of you, and one of you, and you should go ahead and make our transistor, which is super nice. Don't forget that we can also speed these things up if we choose to do so with speed upgrades, but we can't make that yet because we don't have lubricant, unfortunately. So yeah, that's gonna be half put on the back burner for now. And boom, there's our transistor, and we can take this filter out just like that, and it's gonna give us our transistor in a jiffy. And just like that, we have the metallurgic infuser just like so. Let's go ahead and go upstairs. Actually, wait, before we go upstairs, let's grab everything that we need for the basic control circuit. So that's going to be an osmium and some redstone. You know what? I might as well look into what it's going to cost us to go ahead and make the alloys as well. So diamond dust, and I assume compressed obsidian as well, which is going to need more diamond dust. Okay, fair enough. So that's going to be quite expensive. I'm just going to go with the flow here. So grab some redstone, and I know that this guy has some stuff for us. Yes, perfect. The enriched alloy has already been gotten from opening some quest book thingy rewards, which is pretty nice that it gave us the option to get the basic ones already. Pretty nice of them, right? And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna take some osmium, run it upstairs, and get ourselves some beautiful control circuits. Oh, Okay, so we should be able to take some redstone and put it inside of this metallurgic infuser and give it the osmium ingot, which I have somehow lost. Oh no, there it is. Give it the osmium ingot like so, and it's gonna go ahead and make the basic control circuits. Now, to make the next tier of alloy, we're gonna need crushed diamonds or diamond dust, which we are gonna need a grinder from the good old Mine Factory Reloaded, which aka means industrial foregoing in modern day versions of Minecraft. So we're gonna have to get into some of that, which means we're gonna need to get rubber trees. Turns out we already had a rubber tree sapling. I did not know that we had a rubber tree sapling, actually. That's actually really good. So all I gotta do now is grow this bad boy. Now that we've cut down a rubber tree, I'm gonna take our raw rubber and we're gonna go ahead and smelt that bad boy up in a furnace, and it should give us rubber bars, which we're then gonna take that and then resmelt that again. So that way we can go ahead and get some of, I believe, the raw rubber pulp or something it's called, or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna take this and then we're gonna take the rubber bar and we're gonna go ahead and smelt that bad boy. Let me just also make sure that I get one of those. Take that, do that, and get that cooked up, and then that should give us the raw rubber plastic. That should give us the raw plastic, which means we can now take this raw plastic, I believe, and use it to go ahead and make plastic from Mine Factory Reloaded. So I believe it's, yeah, 4 of those make 4 of those normal plastic sheets, and then this is going to go into helping us make the grinder from Mine Factory Reloaded. We're going to need a machine chassis, which I believe we already made one of these before, and some electrical steel, some books, some plastic sheets, the ender, which is going to be dark steel, which is actually not even that bad at all. We have most of these things already, which is pretty good. So let me grab some dark steel. Okay, so this dark steel is then going to go into making the ender. So this guy here, and I need some sticks. Do I have any sticks on me? No, I do not. I should really use sticks as fuel, because that would be a really good fuel source. Oh my god, I cannot find an empty crafting table. Why? There we go. And then some of the ender, and then the plastic sheets, which I didn't grab. So 1, 2 of those, like so. We are going to need some books, so that's going to require me to get some paper, like so. And we're going to need some leather. I don't know if fluid cows drop leather when you kill them. I would assume no, because they're not normal cows, but I mean, it's worth a shot, right? The cows are spared today. Luckily, we have some leather that's available to us already. There we go. Make some books, and then that should be pretty much good to go. Now, I do want to make sure I do have the machine chassis. I believe that's it right here. Is this the right one? This is indeed the right one. Beautiful. So the machine chassis, like so, and then the electrical steel, and then the normal fluid conduits. Now, this is an interesting one. Is it going to be just this recipe? I actually don't even know. So 3 glass plus 6 of the conduit binder? No. So that is not how we make the fluid conduit. It is the quite clear glass, not the normal glass. Right. Quite clear glass like that. And boom. And then we need to go and find the electrical steel, which should be over here somewhere. At least I thought we made some. I know we made some though. With the electrical steel acquired, all we're gonna do is take this and put this here. Beautiful. Now we're gonna need to go ahead and crush up some diamonds. I'm gonna grab a few of those. Actually, you know what? We're only gonna do 1 because we can actually create of it. And we're also gonna crush up some obsidian. This is gonna be very important because we're gonna need this to make refined obsidian, which is the next tier after the reinforced tier for Mekanism, right? So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is break this down like so, put down a energy conduit like so, put our grinder down like so, and then give it the, oh, is this the wrong grinder? Oh, this is the mob killer thing, I think, right? I think I made the wrong thing here. I'm confused though. It said grinder from Mine Factory Reloaded, right? So if I click on usages on this bad boy, and then we head on over to, I guess the crusher from Mekanism can do it. Didn't see that, so that's kind of interesting. How bad is the crusher from Mekanism? Am I gonna regret this or no? Okay, so we're gonna need energy tablets, compressed iron gears, that's fine. Energy tablets tablets are gonna be so expensive, but they're doable. I just need gray plastic, compressed iron, and an octadic capacitor. Okay, that's pretty expensive, but we can handle it, right? So I'm not too worried about it. So we are gonna need a octadic capacitor, so that's gonna be this guy right here. Okay, perfect. And we're gonna need some gray plastic and trying to make this, and then one compressed iron. Cool. And let's also make sure that you're all set to go. So interface this basic alloy, take my two things, and then a compressed iron, which is right here. And then that should be the capacitor done. And we're gonna need a great flux battery. So Glowstonic steel. Oh boy, that is, I feel like that's a next episode kind of job. Oh boy, that is kind of rough, honestly. I'm gonna be honest here. Perfect. The capacitor is now done, so at least that's done. I feel like I did absolutely nothing in today's episode, but we did get plastic automated, which is pretty decent, but not as much progress towards AE as I wanted it to, you know, be, but it is what it is. And yeah, sometimes that's just the way it goes in the biz. But unfortunately, guys, we're out of time for today's episode. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy today's episode of Project Ozone 2 Kappa Mode Creative, please do me a huge favor, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, ding that notification bell so you get notifications when videos go live, and also when I go live here on YouTube. As always, guys, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna leave you. Make sure to join the Council of Elders. Till next time, bye bye.